Welcome to the Fantasy Thinker. I'm Jared Quartermage. It's kind of dark and gloomy out today. It's full of rain and thunderstorms, and so keep that in mind as you're watching this video if it looks a little dark. But not to worry, because today we have Ships of MERIOR, a review by Janny Wurts, the second volume in the Wars of Light and Shadows mega series. Of which 10 books are out now, 11th due soon. And so Jenny Worth follows up The Curse of the Mistwraith with Ships of MERIOR here, and it's a very worthy second novel in this meticulously planned out long series. There is no sophomore slump here. Ships of MERIOR takes place about 5 years after the events in Curse of the Mistwraith. We're checking in with our two protagonists, or antagonists, depending upon how you might want to look at them. Oh, it is my dog. um, so, uh, so we see what they've been up to, these past 5 years, and we get their contrasting viewpoints and seen through the lens of light and shadow, which is what the focus of this series is, and so far, and we see their respective personalities of the half brothers, as it swings back and forth like a pendulum with all the emotions that Wurts elicits through her writing. That these characters can tie the reader up in this, you know, savage angst that these characters are going through with their feelings for each other. Um, that said, there are quite a few light points in this book that weren't as emphasized in Curse of the Mistwraith. A couple of amusing events and situations, especially dealing with Arathon, um, the sorcerer of shadow, and so that was actually fun. It was a lot of fun to read through that and some fun moments. And so as we get into this book here, where it takes us on a deeper exploration of her world of Ethera. We get some interesting explorations of the various locales along the eastern coast of her continent there, and also we get plenty of there's plenty of character development and depth and moments where we find out more of the various players' histories and how they became who they are. Not too much, of course. There's plenty more to be to find out in future books, but it was really fascinating, and there's there's like a really strong theme running through this particular book with and for me, that's what I noticed. It was this concept of illusion. Obviously Arathon deals in deception and illusion as a part of his shadow magic, and Lysair likes to think that he's striking down all shadow and illusion. He likes to think that he's righteous and chivalric and all that stuff. And I'm not giving anything away here. This is definitely non-spoiler. But the theme of the book really deals with the illusions that we all tell ourselves. The most powerful illusions are the ones we tell ourselves. And so that really runs through this book, and all the characters, really, because all the characters, they build up their ideas of how the world should work and lay down plans to make it so, and only to have the reality of life's events shatter those plans and force new ones on them, just like what happens in real life. How many of us have planned to be billionaires? You just got to um, work through that illusion, right? So, just like Curse of the Mistwraith, there is a lot going on in this book, and it's fun to read about and discover more. Uh, Wurtz's prose continues to deliver with poetic vibrancy and a stunning linguistic skill set. Really, you can't go wrong reading this stuff. And there's a fantastic ending. Same as Curse of the Mist Wraith. Not surprising there. It's a great ending. But it also this book is also part of a story arc, I guess, with the next book, War Host of Vastmark. Yeah, and so that is hopefully the next book that I'll be getting into, and I hope and so I think it's going to carry on the story in Ships of Merior, a little more than what like I think Curse of the Mistwraith was its own thing, and now we're delving into a kind of a two-book story arc for this next section of the Wars in Light and Shadow. So you can kind of get that feeling that this is going to be continuing on. Unlike with Curse, it was kind of an ending, and this was kind of a new beginning as it takes place. Like the time gap. So that's the feeling I got. Those were the thoughts I had about reading this book. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I hope this will convince you to pick up this well-deserved series. And with that all said, be good to each other. Thank you.